In this video, we're going to take a look at David Bowie's Lazarus musical and why this very well may be his last farewell to his fans. Admittedly, many fans think that the Black Star album was Bowie's last farewell, and although they may well be correct, we absolutely should not forget about the Lazarus musical. This musical may be the last gift from David Bowie to the world. How was it made? So how was the musical made? Well, first, let's take a brief look at the story behind the musical itself. The musical takes place as a sort of sequel to The Man Who Fell to Earth, a science fiction film which was directed by Nicholas Roeg and written by Paul Meyersburg. Basically, this musical takes place 30 years after the movie and follows the story of Thomas Newton, the alien that Bowie plays in the film. Although Bowie had never called what he created a musical, he had one goal in mind: to follow his dream of creating a musical theater or a musical play, and follow that goal he did, with the creation of Lazarus. Keep in mind that David Bowie referred to this as his dream, his goal. This wasn't just another project for him. Bowie's musical or musical theater was his passion project. Apparently, Bowie had this as a vision for a while and wanted to produce it before it was too late. The music which was used in Lazarus was chosen in collaboration between David Bowie and the book writer Enda Walsh. Together, these two creative and talented individuals picked a plethora of songs that were spread throughout the timeline of both older and more modern hits in order to finalize their product, the play. Another incredible thing about this play that we should not underestimate is the fact that the production of this musical was rushed. Bowie had realized and knew that he was ill and that he didn't have time left to dedicate to this project. Ultimately, the production and creation of Lazarus had to be rushed, but that didn't stop Bowie from creating his masterpiece and completing his vision. Bowie never faltered, and it seemed as if this project was what was keeping him alive at times. He said it was if he was a dying man who couldn't die. This project was a dream that he had, and he wanted to complete it. Ultimately, although Bowie was dying, he collaborated with other creators on this project on a very intimate level, ensuring that everyone's vision, including his own, was fulfilled. Now that we've covered the incredible creation and production of Lazarus, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the songs. Nothing is more incredible about David Bowie's signature creation, his first and final musical theater, than the songs which he chose and the way in which they were implemented in the final product. Now, if you're thinking that the Lazarus musical sounds like a jukebox musical, think again. Although the play does feature many prominent songs and fantastic music, Bowie was hell-bent on ensuring that it was not a jukebox musical like many other creations that exist simply to prominently display music. Even when he first had this idea, Bowie mentioned that he absolutely did not want it to be a jukebox musical. Although the music is certainly an aspect of the Lazarus musical, David Bowie wanted the musical to tell its story and have a unique story behind the music. He wanted to tell a story, not just play music for the viewers. And ultimately, that's what Lazarus does. It doesn't just focus on Bowie's music, although, let's be real, that's a big part of it. Instead, Lazarus tells a unique and engaging story, while also featuring some of his most prominent and unique songs. And speaking of the songs, well, the list of included songs is by no means a small one. The musical features songs like Life on Mars, All the Young Dudes, and The Man Who Sold the World. Bowie did not hesitate to include the songs which added to the play and felt natural in the context they needed to. Ultimately, the play collects and engages both existing iconic hits like Life on Mars and newer, more topical and trendy songs. Finally, of course, there's the song on which the entire play name is based. Roll credits. Yes, it's the song Lazarus. This song was written, ultimately, to sum up the essence of the main character of the play, Thomas Newton. It was created as the very core of Newton, a song that would summarize his entire character and everything he felt and knew. Although the song was originally called something else, Bowie quickly renamed it to fit the name of the musical and then decided to even add it to his final album, which he planned to release. This song was the culmination of both his final album and his dream of creating a musical theater, in a way. Ultimately, it serves as a very intimate musical piece, and one which shines in its unique own way. The characters in the show were very intimately decided by Bowie as well. Sophia Ann Caruso, for example, was the same age as Bowie's daughter at the time of auditions. Her unique and incredible singing voice, which pairs enchantingly with the songs in the musical, only added to the conviction of Bowie to cast her in the play. Another very talented actor who features in the play is Michael Hall, who plays the title character of the film. Hall actually worked closely with Bowie on the musical and continues to act in it to honor the name of David Bowie and his memory. Ultimately, Michael Hall is able to very intimately capture Bowie's ideals for this musical theater. The combined talents of Sophia and Michael Hall together ultimately make this play a very enjoyable experience beyond just the implementation of David Bowie's music and the enchanting storyline. Ultimately, David Bowie didn't leave any rock unturned. The musical numbers are masterful, their implementation within the storyline is entirely unique, and the actors who carry out the instructions are talented. This play may truly be a culmination of David Bowie's creative genius. Working on a strict timeline due to his illness, he ultimately managed to create something magical and engaging, something which may be his last gift to the world. The Lazarus musical is really the hidden gem of David Bowie's genius. In a way, it was his final creation, and it definitely was a creation that he cared about deeply and poured his heart and soul into. Although Bowie may not have had the time he wanted to, and may not have been able to spend as many hours poring over the creation of Lazarus as he wished, he didn't let that stop him. The Lazarus musical may very well be David Bowie's last gift to the world, a truly unique gift that offers us an intimate understanding of Bowie's music, as well as the talented mind with which he created his songs and musical theater. Lazarus is yet another masterpiece created by David Bowie, and definitely honors his memory. There are several licensed productions going on around the world, so make sure to check it out if you ever have the chance. That's going to do it for this video though. Remember to leave a like and hit that subscription bell if you enjoyed this and if you're a fan of David Bowie. We've got more content on music coming your way, so stay tuned.